So yeah, speaking on hacks, was there any other hacks?
We're not there yet.
Yeah, we're not there yet.
But speaking of nightmares,
I was reading
uh,
that.
uh, have you guys heard a lot about this Blue Origin situation that's going on?
The
Yeah.
only thing I've heard about Blue Origin is that, what's his name? William Shatner is preparing to go up.
In October or later this month, I think.
Yeah.
Well, I hope he reconsiders. Let me tell you about what's going on with Blue Origins. So,
God, it's a
recently,
shit show.
former and current employees reported a pretty lax on safety environment, intolerant of employees speaking up, and charges of sexual harassment. So recently, a website called Lioness published an essay written by 21 employees, both current and former, about what's going on with them. And there were numerous safety concerns about New Shepard, which was the vehicle that Bezos went up with to the edge of space. And they pretty much said they would recommend people not to fly Blue Origin's vehicles because they repeatedly cut corners to beat rivals like SpaceX to space. Their employees were being stretched too thin to deliver a reliable product. And the whistleblower for this, I think the theme of our episode is whistleblowers. Her name is, there's 21 people who signed it, but only one person revealed their identity. Her name's Alexandra Abrams, and she was the former head of employee communications at Blue Origin and was fired in 2019. So the company said they fired her because there was numerous reports of something, and she actually says I was fired because of a disagreement about employee contracts, which was basically Google had reversed a similar policy recently, but basically the new contracts for employees say that anything that happens in terms of an allegation lawsuit against the company, if you guys go to court, then you would legally have to pay for Blue Origin's court fees because of the contract that you signed. So she signed it before she left, before she was fired, and she's kind of bracing for that lawsuit. So in addition to kind of sexual harassment claims, there's also safety concerns. I don't disbelieve it. This is just one side of the story, but I don't disbelieve it.
I don't. No, yeah, I get you. We hear about everything that happens at Amazon, right? It's not.
Mm-hmm.
But again, you just can't make allegations. Give me some what happened, right?
Yeah.
Because just it sounds like a lot of this was blanket statements, and they could be credible, but until you're ready to go into a little more detail or give some more information, there's nothing anybody can do about it.
Well, I mean, the least we can do is investigate to see if these shortcuts are true.
Where would you start the investigation without more information? A little more information on the other side, as from a business aspect.
Well, the SEC could at least investigate how long people are working.
Blizzard.
Yeah, investigating the safety of every one of Blue Origin's vehicles and try to backtrack with engineers to see exactly what corners may have been cut.
The big question is how would we, right? Because who are we going to call? SpaceX to go check them out? They're not going to give a real good review. That's
of the rival.
So Space Force. You got to call NASA in, Space Force. I mean,
you got to call Space Force. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they're for, right?
Well, you have NASA send a OSHA person over to Blue Origin.
The what's interesting is the Linus website that published the essay. There is a lot of information that specifies dates and things like that, so definitely recommend you guys to read it. I posted it in our Naked Pod discussion in our Discord, so shout out, plug in for Discord. Please join our Discord if you want to talk about the topics that we will talk about in the show. But yeah, there's a lot of information there that singles out individual people and individual situations that have happened. But I do agree, like, this is just a telling of the story. Like, I would want to see the receipts, basically. But again, I don't disbelieve it because of the culture that Amazon created. Like, why would we
Yeah.
think that Blue Origins is any different?
Yeah.
Oh, but one quick thing on the union going on strike that Peach talked about,
The IA.
I think what, last week?
Yeah.
So supposedly the news today is they're going on strike.
Yeah.
They voted to authorize the strike, and they have a talk with the Producers Guild tomorrow morning to see if they'll either agree to the changes that they're asking for or go on strike nationwide.
So I did a little bit of research and I did find the current average pay of union members is $50 an hour.
Depending on what projects that they're working on at the time.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
that's the average over everybody. It's not any specific on who's actually striking, but
Yeah.
but when you correlate that to cost of living in California, it comes out to, a below average cost.
And then not to mention the reduced pay for streaming service productions.
Yeah, I don't know. It sounds like the reason causing that strike is the California government. And if they just let their people work, the strike would go away. I don't know.
We shall
But
see what happens tomorrow.
to help Californians get back to work, they are now mandating all schools plus pretty much statewide vaccine mandate for COVID-19.
We're not there yet.
Yeah, we're not there
in
yet.
Coinbase Hack.
God damn it.
You keep jumping
That was
all
a
over
great
the place.
transition,
Yeah,
though.
that
I
was.
know, I
awesome.
couldn't help it.
Well, I actually wanted to know a little more from the Blue Origin allegations. Like, if they find if for any of the allegations that have come out to be true, what's going to happen to Blue Origin?
Well, so the CEO, Bob Smith, he's actually been reported numerous times to HR according to this essay for sexual harassments. But then he later went on to fill in an HR role. So who knows what happens to this documentation if that had occurred, allegedly. And you should know that we are streaming on Twitch, which is owned by Amazon. So Daddy Bezos, sorry, not sorry.
Yeah.
But that's basically all I had. Like, more information's coming out. I haven't seen a lot about this particular thing. Like, I feel like it hasn't really hit a lot of the media circuits. I saw one Fox article, but most of the articles I read were kind of independent publishers. So, it's tough to know what's fact and what's not. I would want to know more. I have Google Alerts set up, so if I hear anything else, I'll let you guys know.